Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is Tiny Exotic Kennels. This is KC. I'm Gordo. We told you in our previous videos that we were going to mention the Zeno story, how we took a huge loss. We got a couple blessings in the end. But before we start and kick off this video, I want y'all to know we're not bashing anybody. We're not discrediting any camps. It ain't none of that. It's not like we're going to...
We ain't gonna run down on your street and whoop you, none of that.
Yeah, ain't none of that.
It's a story of our life, where we've been through, and we're just putting you as our bully family, letting you be a part of that life. So we're just gonna run down, but detailed.
We're giving y'all our personal experience. We want to make sure if you run into this situation, you don't take a big loss like we took. So, kicking off the video, I went and I bought a bully about 6 months ago. I got me a tricolor mural off of Big Chico. Shout out to him and his wife. They came out of the parents and everybody came out of Alley Boys and Derek with Murph and Mr. Gutter. And so, long story short, I ended up getting the bully. My uncle and his family fell in love with the bully, so he decided I need to get one of these for my kids. I need to get one for my family. I need this type of companionship. You know, the loyalty the dog got. He seen the dog don't leave my side. She out here right now. If y'all hear all that huffing and puffing.
He go to the bathroom. She go in there on his lap. Right, he's in the middle of the toilet.
That's loyalty.
He go to lay down. She's the pillow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He can't go nowhere.
I drive. She rides shotgun.
Yeah. He walks out the door, and she's right there at the door. Watch him, hollering, trying to jump through the door.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So he ends up getting this boy. How we end up getting the boy is, I told him, man, let's not shop online with some guys that we don't know. Let's not do the whole Hoobly and the Craigslist and go deal with somebody from Utah. Excuse my language. From Utah or Nebraska, where we don't know these guys. Let's go deal with some local guys.
No offense to you guys, we're just saying from distance wise.
Oh yeah,
Miami,
I'm sorry. I apologize, cause you know them boys CPF, Carolina Bully Farms.
They got some raw stuff.
They got some nice stuff. Nothing against y'all being up any of those 49 upper states. We just saying why deal with some people we don't know, but we can meet some people face to face. So I told him, hey, look, I met this guy a couple years back. I seen his camp. I seen his dogs. They're beautiful. Let me see if I can find them, get in contact with them. I previously needed a stud, and I called up Lionel. He had Kovo, which was Ivy Bape's son or something, or nephew, or I don't know, something like that. Sorry, I can't remember right now. So he introduced me to Damien from Maybach Micro Exotics. And I ended up calling him and saying, hey, look, man, I need me a pup. I know you got some bad pups over there. You got some bad stock over there. I need one of those. And he tells me, hey, look, I don't have none in my camp right now. I don't got no litters on the floor, but I got a buddy from 201 Ringside.
Yeah, Jason. He's over there in Orlando.
Jason.
Shout out to Ringside Bullies. 201 Ringside Bullies.
201 Ringside Bullies. Shout out to them. So we ended up purchasing a boy off him, and we named him Lord Zeno. And Zeno was a great pup. Awesome. He had the bone, the girth, the head. He was there. He had the big
full package.
Yeah, he was a full package. Big smile, beautiful dog. So he tells us, hey, look, I got this guy that cuts all my dog's ears. So when you're ready to get the ears cropped,
not 201.
That was Damien. Damien calls us and he says, hey, I got this guy that cuts all my dog's ears. We can do that for you if you need it. Just wait till he gets up to the age. We waited till he got up to age and size. We take him over there to get him cropped. Now, he's putting his face on it. He's like, oh, this guy's the best in the game. He does all my dogs and whatever. So it was sketchy. It was a real gruesome process. It was,
It was I'm traumatized with this whole thing. It really.
If you don't have the stomach for that type of stuff, don't even walk in that room.
Because we saw it, we had to be a part of it.
We had to be a part of it, but
I won't get into detail about.
We're not even gonna get into detail of that. But anyway, the dog's ears got cropped. He was still sedated. They gave us the pup. Told us, hey, in a couple minutes he should wake up. after about 10 to 15 minutes of riding around the city, we're in Miami at this time, 10 to 15 minutes riding around the city, we noticed the dog's not breathing. So I'm calling Damien on one line, speeding 140, 50, 60, 180 miles an hour to the vet, and my uncle's giving the dog mouth to mouth.
Well,
my little cousin is in the background.
9 years old, watching me give him CPR and watching him drive to the dash.
Asking
SRT.
Asking all type of questions, you know.
What's going on with my dog? Why does he stop breathing?
Yeah, so it was traumatizing, not only for him kissing the dead dog, but you know, the kid witnessed the whole thing, and you know, I gotta go talk to him. And when I talk to him, he tells me what happened. I was like, well, you know, the dog died because we cropped his ears, and he was like, man, that's messed up. He told me, so what are we doing with him? We're getting him cremated. Well, what's cremated? Well, they burn them and they give you the ashes. And his only response was, that's messed up. We not trying to go through that again. We you know, the ear cropping, that's a touchy subject for us. So, you know, we got a lot of people that ask us about why y'all got dogs without ears cropped. Shiva came like that. Her ears were already cropped. Our other two, it's not happening. You couldn't pay us to do it.
We can't take the loss, not money-wise. It was a heartache. I cried 3 days because of his dog. And that was my first dog. It took him 6 years to actually convince me to get a dog. I don't like them. I don't want to be cleaning up their poop and pee and all that. That's the only reason I don't like them. I love them because they're loyal, but they're big dogs. And when they came up with these micro exotics, I just fell in love, especially the loyalty behind it. I really fell in love. So now, when we brought him to the vet, well, to the home vet, and that happened, it just crushed me. But at the same time, it motivated me that I had to have another one. So we went out and bought 2 more. I bought a male and a female. When we tried to talk to the man and tell him what happened, he tried to work with us in some way, but then he said he got a little to get it, he'll try to make it right.
Well, when we told him, we were like, all right, so in that instance, if I was to do something like that and your dog died, I don't empathize. Not saying he didn't empathize. He empathized. He's like, man, damn, I'm sorry. He was sympathetic, but he felt where we was coming from. But I felt like it was a little bit more of a money thing going on there, because he was like, hey, look, I got this boy. And when we look at this boy, it was like, did you see the dog that we just lost?
The quality wasn't the same.
The quality wasn't the same. It just wasn't a dog. It was like me smashing your Bentley and trying to give you a Honda. It wasn't nowhere close to being, but moving beyond that, it wasn't really about replacing the quality. We had already fell in love with the dog. So now he tells us, well, we'll work something out. I got something with Ferrari Fred's Big Twix. Shout out to Ferrari. And we were like, the dog's lost already. I told my uncle, I was like, hey, look, this thing happens because I was watching YouTube, and I was watching S&B Dean, another breeder out of Florida. I think his name's Dean or something, and he was talking about how he had bully pups that were still trying to shake off the sedation, and they were throwing up and stuff like that. So it happens. We understand it happens, but we were feeling real played, like betrayed, basically, because you stamped your face all over this thing. You told us this guy was the top notch, top of the line, but
he did all your dogs.
He did all your dogs. So
your dogs.
Us not knowing coming into the bully game that people sign these paperwork saying, hey, if I lose my dog, I lost my dog. There's no refund, and we didn't know nothing about that. So we were a lot. We didn't sign any of that to begin with. So we were a lot more pissed off than we were understanding. So in the end, it motivated us. Hey, Ain't nothing we can do about the lost dog. I told him straight up, man, just keep the dog, because he was trying to sell us a dog on top of the dog we lost. So I'm about to end up kicking out we kicked out $4 grand for the other dog, and then he was telling us to kick out another $4 grand for another dog. Now I'm paying $8 grand for a dog that's only for, long story short, we got past that. Now we get to the point where we're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on, and we call he calls Jason.
I called 201 Ringside Bullies again the very next day, and I told him what happened. I'm like, hey, you got any more males on board? I need another one from the litter. I want the same dad and the same mom. He's like, well, I don't have the same mom, but I have another one with the same dad, and he's a chocolate. So when he showed me the pictures, I told him the one that I wanted, because there was only one of them that had a little white patch on the back, like Zeno. So I told him I wanted that one. He told me that he already had 2 deposits. I threw in my deposit, held on, and we went to I called 201 Ringside Bullies. The very next day that Zeno died, and I told him what happened. I told him I wanted another boy just like him, so if he had another one from the same litter. He told me he had the same dad with a different mom, and he had a bunch of chocolates, a blue and a black. So I told him that I wanted another chocolate just like Zeno. So he sent me the picture. I told him there was one that had a little white spot just like Zeno, so I told him I wanted that one. And he's like, well, I got 2 other deposits for first and second pick. I threw in my deposit for third pick. He blessed me with him at the end of the day, because he was actually the first pick from the litter. And he said, since you lost him and I know how much it meant to you, this is your first dog, I had to do it for you, so I'm going to go ahead and bless you with him. So he gave me first pick for third price. So he really blessed us with that one, and I appreciate you for that. Then we locked him in. I still wanted to replace what I lost, because I was trying to play catch up. We lost one. We were supposed to be at 2 now, so I had to take another one, not replacing him, because you can never replace my dog, but I had to get another one to take his place. And we were trying to find another one, and we hollered at Chico again, and he set up another one with.
All right, let me talk, because my sleep apnea kicking in. All right, before I nod out on y'all.
That happens quick.
You'll never see it coming. Take a drive with me, we wake up in heaven. We called up Chico. Chico calls up Alley Boy Derek. We go to a camp. We look at some dogs. We don't want the dogs. Derek pulls up with a beautiful little boy. We say, man, we were looking for a girl. He says, okay, let me call my nephew around the corner. He calls up Bouquet. Bouquet says, hey, I don't got no puppies on the ground. The puppies that I do have just sold this morning. Yeah. He had a beautiful little girl that just sold that morning.
He still had possession of her, but it was already paid for.
We would have been robbing somebody. We would have been taking from somebody out of state. So he calls up his buddy Lord Mars with GB Chin.
Shout outs to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. And they went in together on a litter, and it was a Devil's Lunatic daughter, and I guess they had the mom, Megan, and Bouquet has Lunatic. So we end up getting her at the same time. I'm standing right next to Derek from Alley Boy, so I'm like, okay, this is my chance. So I run up on him, hey, look, man, can we lock in a good stud fee? I need you to bless me. I'm just getting into the game. I'm not gonna tell you how much he told me to pay. I'm not gonna step on his toes like that. I don't know what he told y'all, 10, 20,000. He blessed us. I got blessed with a stud fee. So once we locked in that one, it was time to go ahead and think about what next move we were gonna make. She was coming up in the heat. We said, okay, well, we gotta worry about Nemi now. So Nemesis, we called Bouquet and said, hey, well, we talked about it, and a couple months ago he told me he would love to breed back to Taz. Taz is dead. So the next best thing we could have was Dirt Devil.
He's $10,000.
$10,000 a stud,
That's we just caught a big loss, so we trying to bounce back. But that was my dream besides Taz.
Yeah,
I want a Taz.
Dirt Devil was like the next thing he wanted, but then we ended up saying, hey, we got Bouquet with Lunatic. So let's just go ahead and call him. We called him. We locked in a stud fee with him. Again, he blessed us. It wasn't no ridiculous, outrageous price like how you guys been seeing on the internet. I'm not gonna give out their prices because it might not be the same tomorrow. So I'm not gonna promise y'all something that's not gonna be the same tomorrow. So he ended up blessing us with a stud fee. Then we appreciate you for that. 2 days later,
I'm going down IG, and all of a sudden, I see Dirt Devil. He's running a special, 5 spots for females at $2 grand, $1,000 lock-in. I blew his phone up. I emailed him. I text message DM. All of a sudden, he didn't answer. 2 hours later, he calls me back. So he's like, "Yo, what's good?" I'm like, "Hello." He's like, "Yo, this is Omar. What you want?" I said, "This is Dirt Devil." He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Bro, are you still running the special?" He's like, "Yeah, I still got it." I said, "I got his granddaughter, you know." So I started running him down. He's like, "Oh man, that'll be insane. His granddaughter back to Dirt Devil? Yeah, you're gonna have an insane little with that one." So he locked me in, and I appreciate you for that, man. You helping the little men become the big men in your level, and we appreciate you for trying to bring us up to y'all status. That's our future goal, level up to y'all.
Yeah, man. So we basically got blessed there. Now, right after that, we had DK.
DK, I be following him. He got some beautiful dogs and stuff like that. So he won some trophies on a competition they went to. So I congratulated him. You know, we started talking, and he's like, you know, well, we can work together. I'm like, man, I would love to. And he's like, just bring me a girl. You know, we lock and load, and I'll throw her back to Mugshot. Man, he's nice. So we don't have no big girls right now. We just got pups. We are looking for a big girl. We got money on hand.
Yeah, we were looking for a female to go ahead and get this stud onto her. So right now we fishing. We trying to see if we can find us something just to go ahead and jump in the game a little early, get us a little money flowing. That way we can buy some things for the camp, get some nicer cages and things like that. Which we got a couple nice cages, but
it has to fit our program.
Yeah, it got to fit our program. We're not just trying to pick up anything.
Yeah, we're just not in it for the money. We're in it for a vision.
Yeah, so we're trying to pick up a nice one and get the studying going on early, because we ended up getting so many stud fees locked in this early.
Those were the blessings that came behind losing Zeno.
Yeah.
And these aren't little backyard guys. These are top quality people who are established.
Yeah, big kennels.
We got blessed.
So with all that being said, man, like we say, shout out to everybody in the video that we mentioned.
Shout out to Maybach.
Shout out to Maybach. It ain't no pressure. We just felt a little, kind of a little more sense of betrayal, the way we came in and we started off that friendship, it was good, but in the end we ended up losing. We didn't know how to take that, so we just, we rather not shop over there at that corner store. If anybody else is shopping with that corner store, I'm aware they got beautiful dogs. It's y'all go ahead and shop with them. You feel me? It's quality. You feel me? So there's no hard feelings in that. We're just gonna go ahead and chop it up for what it is. We rather just work around our own way. It's business at the end of the day. We choosing not to do business that way, the wrong way, the right way.
For us, it ain't that kind of business. We about it for the dog and the love of the dog. Yeah, we're gonna make money along the way, but it's not even about that.
If I don't have to cut the dog's ears off, I'm not cutting the dog's ears off.
Yeah.
If you request for the dog's ears to get cut off, I'm cutting them off. But that's on you entirely. We're not doing it. We're not trying to lose a dog. We're not trying. It's not about losing the 5, 6 grand, 7 grand. It's about losing the dog. The dog that my little cousins fall in love with, his sons fall in love with, my family fall in love with, and we're not going through that again. So with all that being said, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. If y'all can give us feedback, y'all feel like we need to talk about a certain subject, we anything to bring up, y'all stay tuned. Towards the end, after a couple videos, we're gonna start doing a couple raffles. When we got puppies on the floor, we might do a co-ownership raffle. We working on that. Big plans coming.
We're getting blessed, so we're gonna be blessing back.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Y'all know it. It's Casey and Gordo.
We got TEK.
Tiny Exotic Kennels, man.
We're on Facebook and Instagram. Check us out.
Y'all check us out.